guys, so here she is, my gorgeous Halo Merus 8. I guess first things first, I'll go over, my specs on my current model. Obviously, it's an 8-string, 27-inch scale, just because I'm used to that on my RG. I had an HSH set up with ionizers, just because I'm curious to checking them out. I'll probably end up doing a demo pretty soon here between the ionizers and the PAF and DiMarzio Deactivator 8 bridge pickup that I use in my RG, just because I love that setup. But I was curious what these sounded like, and they're not too bad. I like them. I'm a fan of every DiMarzio pickup, but regular setup, volume, tone. It's got a 5-way switch, obviously. Hip shot bridge, which is extremely comfortable. I love this thing. It's a walnut top. Hopefully you can get some good. I got some good pictures of it. I'll send it, put up here too. Mahogany back or body. 6 bolts holding on the neck, which is pretty sweet because that thing ain't going nowhere. And it's a 5-piece maple rosewood neck with an ebony fretboard. And it's actually a pretty nice chunk of ebony. It's not like the cheap little slivers that you get on some guitars. I mean, it's probably almost a little over, or about a 1/4 inch thick. It's pretty thick. Regular Halo stock tuners, inlaid Halo logo. I guess that's pretty much it for the specs, I guess, that I can really go over. Now features, so far what I've gotten from it. Plays great. It's set up unbelievably low action. Doesn't really buzz anywhere. And the intonation's pretty much perfect, which is cool because that's one issue I've had with my RG, is I can never get the intonation set right. Even if I pulled the saddle all the way back, it was still always a little bit off, especially once you got up and past the 12th fret. This is good. I've already checked pretty much everything. Fretwork is impeccable on this thing. I had a little worry about fretwork because I've seen some other people, even on some of the newer Halos, say that some of the fretwork was a bit shabby, but fretwork's amazing. I mean, they're crowned, all the frets are crowned well, and doesn't have anything hanging over. You can't even tell when you're going up and down the neck. You can't even feel the fret ends, which is great. That's always a killer for some guitars. All the routing work and everything is gorgeous. It doesn't look like they messed anything up. There's no skips across the top of the guitar. There's no dents, nothing like that. The binding is actually really gorgeous. There's a couple little spots where it looks like it might have bled over a little bit, but it looks amazing. One of my favorite things about this guitar is when you do the Halo custom shop tool and you get to go through, there's a section for notes. And in the notes I put to use as little finish as possible. I wanted just to do like an oil finish or like a really, really thin nitro finish, something very, very, so you can still feel the wood so it can breathe. And they did that very well. It is extremely light finish, which you obviously aren't able to tell from the video. You can tell it's not very glossy. It's matte. There's barely any finish on it, and that definitely worked out a lot in the benefit of the guitar, because that was one of my biggest gripes about the Salvis 7 that I have, my Tele from Halo, is there was so much finish on it, it almost choked the tone and the sustain out of the guitar. This one does not have that issue at all. It's amazing. It sounds so good. It feels good. It resonates very, very well. The guitar sounds huge, which I'm going to do some sound clips here in a minute. Yeah, everything on it's pretty much spot on. I mean, I haven't had any issues, nothing with electronics, nothing like that. I pulled the tone cavity open. It's pretty. I like the fact that you can tell that a person actually did the wiring. It's not a computer. Yeah, pretty much it. The only gripe, I guess, is about the guitar is the neck is extremely large, which I know is one thing that a lot of people have with Halo. The necks are very, very, it's almost like an enormous D-shaped neck, which some people like that. I mean, it feels kind of like a Schecter neck, I guess. So the older Schecter stuff, or yeah, I guess that's probably the best way to do it. really thick, wide neck. I mean, the radius is nice, everything about the fretboard and everything is really nice, but the neck itself is very, very wide. It's probably about twice as thick as my Ibanez 8-string neck, the 2228. That's really the only thing about it that's even remotely, dissatisfying about it. And again, that's just personal preference, and it's something I've been getting used to playing around on the thing. Only thing in terms of construction flaws, I really didn't see any construction flaws whatsoever. All the cuts are nice. All the pieces of wood are put together very well. There's no seeped glue marks on the side or anything like that on the fretboard. Only thing is up at the nut, which I'll try and get a better picture of it. It just looks like they placed the nut and it wasn't in the right position, so they replaced the nut, so you just see a little residue from where the old nut was. You can see like a little bit lighter of wood underneath it, but that's really nothing. Anyone's got a problem with that, you're probably just a douchebag. And yeah, that's about it. So let's get to all the stuff that people actually want. And I'm gonna do some sound clips on this thing. I'm gonna do both clean, and then I'm gonna do some distortion. The clean ones, I'm gonna go through all 5 positions, and then the distortion, I'll probably just use the bridge, and then the neck for some lead stuff. But yeah, let's check it out.